Alright, gang, it is that time again. It is time to do the next season anime preview. My favorite of all the recurring series that I have on this channel. The last season has been a little bit weird insofar as a lot of production delays have happened. So I'm not really close to finished a lot of shows that I was watching, and I have no idea when the seasonal anime review video will come out, but that video being kind of late is nothing new, unfortunately. But what is always on time, if not a little early, is this one. The exploration of the upcoming season, this time fall 2023, the finale of 2023. So far, it's been a pretty good year for anime. Let's see, can we close it out with some more bangers? Starting off with a series I do not care about at all. Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3. It is some isekai thing that I just don't care about at all. Alright, let's move on to a huge banger. The next season of Spy Family. I thought they were doing a movie for some reason, and I thought the movie would definitely cover this cruise ship arc, which is on the poster and is overall a really fantastic arc. But I guess instead, I don't know why I thought they were doing a movie. They're going to do a whole season. But lots of good stuff to cover here. The manga has been incredible. Oh, I got so gassy as soon as I started talking. I just had dinner right before this. I have an America exclusive Tums. These things are so good. They're so potent. They cure my heartburn like that. They're tasty. They have a good texture. This is like one of my all-time favorite products right here. I'm not even getting paid to say that. Anyways, this is a much watch. Even though I'm caught up on the manga, or perhaps especially because I'm caught up on the manga. So excited for this one. Like, KyoAni tier animation quality. And apparently the ED is being done by this guy who collaborated a lot with this band that my boyfriend really likes. Wolfpack. What was his name? I don't know. Well, whatever. It's just another neat thing about a neat show that I think will continue its reign of popularity and being heavily discussed among both anime fans and just fans of good media in general. Goblin Slayer, I don't care. This is actually beyond just disinterest. This is a show that I think is actively pretty repulsive from all the things I know. Just like very fashy with like a lot of really questionable messaging around the goblins, who can easily be read as stand-ins for all sorts of things. Yeah, no good. Wow, and it's something that I care so little about, I don't even know what it is. Eminence and Shadow. I don't remember this one. The first season was back in 2022. Okay, just last year. Yeah, nah. Oh, okay, this one I'm excited for because the manga is one of the highest rated mangas on MangaDex. This is an absurdly high score. I got it in the plan to read list, but who knows when I'll get to it. Maybe in the meantime, I will watch the anime. It is being done by Madhouse, a consistently powerful studio. I think it's got a lot of like action and stuff that they're going to be able to bring out to an insane degree. The setting looks pretty generic, you know. We just kind of got elves and mages and basically like an isekai. But it's like things can still be very exciting and creative within those boundaries. For example, Dungeon Meshi. They just typically aren't. Typically, this is just kind of used as a way to not bother writing a setting and not bother doing world building and just sort of be like, well, you know what the deal is. Let's just get to the harem. But I feel like, you know, I shouldn't be so dismissive of just this setting looking at it. Because, yeah, I have every reason to think this will be great. More Dr. Stone. So, yes, they're well within the New World arc. I remember this arc I'm glad that they're going to adapt the whole thing, even though the manga has finished. I think some of the closing arcs are just like amazing, and the ending itself, beautiful, insane, mind blowing, so unpredictable. I'm happy that they're just going at it. It'll be a little while though. There's still quite a few major arcs after this. Okay, what is going on here? Yes, of course. Being sold as a servant, but you have some sort of powers, and then a handsome man with a lot of status takes an interest in you. Okay, I don't know. Is this based on a manga? Yeah. Maybe the manga is well liked. I've never really been into this genre all that much. Wow, the manga is really well liked. We were watching My Happy Marriage in Anime Club this season. You can wait for my seasonal anime review video. What the frick? Bro, my computer just had a little hiccup. Oh boy. Yeah, something bad's happening. I have no idea how this is going to turn out in the recording. It might be because people are streaming media from me right now. Do a little investigation. Apparently some Chrome tab is just chewing through my memory. I'm gonna close a whole bunch of stuff. I don't really have that much open. Is it this page? Okay, I closed a whole bunch of stuff. Sorry about that. I have no idea what that did in the recording. I think we're okay now. I thought it might be because of the Plex server that people were watching stuff from me, but it doesn't look like it. The Plex transcoder, it's like using a decent amount, but nothing that should be causing a problem. It was mostly Chrome. Shocking to no one, I'm sure. So I think closing, it was like a couple particular windows that might have had memory leaks. Something I was doing for work. Okay, anyways, let's move on. This is very, very well liked. That alone makes me quite interested in this anime. Could be another good anime club one if we are interested in revisiting this genre. Which I gotta, this is like maybe a little preview of the anime review video, but I can like understand the genre more now that I've watched such an example. More Tokyo Revengers. At some point I'll probably get into this, probably just by reading the manga. It seems quite interesting. Undead Unluck. Okay, so this is one of the kind of big-ish name Shonen Jump series right now. I would say kind of similar to like Mashle in popularity, and Mashle got quite a nice adaptation a little while ago. So I have high hopes for this too. David Production has done a lot of really interesting stuff, like the Urusei Yatsura adaptation has been great. Of course, they did JoJo's. Generally, they have pretty high quality stuff, especially when it comes to like action, and they're pretty stylized too. And I think some people were really praising a trailer that came out for this, so a lot of reasons to think this will be good. I think it could be another really good anime club show. Yeah, we've got a nice slate of stuff to watch, like, already on our plate, and we're just at the start of the list. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so gassy. I don't know what the hell this is. It's a sequel to something. Okay. Rom-com. Gloomy, popular girl. Ask her out as part of losing a game. Okay. Based on a manga. Let's check out what people think of the manga. Mangadex is up. Is Mangadex what's screwing things up? Looks pretty fan servicey. Kind of got middling reviews, but not a whole lot has been scanlated yet. It says the only thing we have from... okay. Done by Studio Engi. What the hell is Studio Engi? They're pretty new. They haven't done a whole lot. They did Uzaki-chan. Nah. Oh, this is kind of like a cult favorite right now. The 100 girlfriends that really, 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 really love you. It sounds like wish fulfillment tripe kind of escapism harem rom-com. What can we search for? It must be on here. Oh, this is a nice series. I thought this would be on Mangadex. Is it not? Manga updates. But people seem to like this manga. It feels like maybe it's in the category of, oh, it's better than it sounds. Jaimini's box is scanlating it. So that's why it's not on Mangadex. They don't release through Mangadex. I remember that from when I was reading We Can't Study. They didn't want their stuff on aggregators. Anyways, I don't know. I'm like not that interested. It has quite good reviews. Like this is pretty good for manga updates. Yeah, okay. Breaking the Fourth Wall. Art style is great. Makes me lol. Yeah, I don't know. There's like maybe something to it. If it's really oh my gosh. If it's really goofy and over the top, I could see it being pretty fun. Done by... I heard this was actually quite good. The quintessential quintuplets I've never really had any interest in, but I've heard good things about its production. No idea what this is, but the studio was named after it. Huh. Okay. Maybe. Kanojo mo Kanojo. Never interested me. Neo-standard rom-com. What does that mean? Like, I think I kind of know what it means insofar as we are kind of in a new era of rom-com. I'd say this is at least like the third or fourth wave of rom-com, you know? We had kind of like your like Rumiko Sensei rom-coms, and then we had kind of like the 90s, early 2000s rom-com, which started to kind of have like, instead of just like one or two girls competing, you had like more kind of harem elements, and it was like sometimes a little more high concept. But I guess like the Rumiko era was pretty high concept too, but I don't know, like it had a bit more focus on psychology, maybe, is what I would define that era as. And then we had kind of like the Nisekoi era of rom-coms, where it was like very gimmicky with its premise, and the premise often didn't really matter so much. And then I'd say the neo rom-com era is defined to me by something like We Can't Study, where it's like very, very stripped of premise and extraneous elements, and there's like almost no gimmicks or anything beyond just like the characters, which is sort of pure in a way, but also just very boring in a way. And I think, yeah, this feels like that era of rom-com for sure, because it's like, what is this about? Like, what is the gimmick? What makes this different? Is there anything? I actually don't know. Maybe there is something and I just don't know about it. It's just like a poly thing. But yeah, it's just like a character-based premise and not a premise of like, oh, they're from rival Yakuza families, or oh, one of them is an alien, or one of them gender swaps and there's martial arts, or, you know. Anyways. Not interested. From the creator of Reborn. Thrilling detective story. That's kind of fun. Just like Reborn, it seems to both It seems to mostly be for the Fujoshis. I was gonna say, and it also has goofy mascot characters. I just assumed that we would see a goofy mascot character. Pretty good reviews. And it's been consistently uploaded here by Manga Plus. Shoutouts to Manga Plus. They really do great work. Dude's got a cat. I like the sound of that. It's from Jump Plus, it looks like. What studio is it? What did these people do again? Oh, Daimon was pretty good. The production was quite plain, but, you know, it emphasized the things that needed to be emphasized. Yeah, I don't know. It's alright. Could be okay. Depending on kind of how bleak the rest of the season looks, it might make it onto some consideration list. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see. It's from a manga. I think I'm going to need to see like a 9 if I'm going to be interested in this premise. That's what it took for the Apothecary. Is Manga Dex just like having stability stuff? Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Oh, this could be kind of fun. Oh, it's like, isekai. Why can't I think of that word? It's like the most popular word in anime. Isekai. I don't know. It's like kind of looks a little goofy, which I like. The art style looks goofy. It looks pretty Yuri-y, which sure. Not really a huge lineup of work behind it. Is it based on a manga? No, a light novel. Okay. Oh, we got demons and devils and... Sure. Silverlink sometimes has good stuff. It's based on a manga. This manga cover is not filling me with much hope. Again, if I see like a 9, then I'll go, ooh. 8.87, that's close to a 9. Dragon Hunter. Kobayashi Daiki. That sounds familiar for some reason. Maybe not. It could be interesting. I don't know. Second core of something I've never heard of before. Second core of something else I can't remember ever reading about. Oh, because it's isekai, so I probably gave it like 12 seconds when I looked at it before. Vampire Shut-In. It's kind of fun. Based on a light novel and manga. We'll see what people think of the manga. And I guess I haven't said it this time. I feel like I always talk about this. It's like, typically these sorts of numeric reviews on a website mean very little to me. Like, I don't know, like IMDb or MyAnimeList or stuff like that. It's like, as my friend used to say, to arrive at the correct score, you just multiply by 0 and then add the correct score. Very complex formula. But Manga Dex, I just find I've been very consistently impressed with the high-rated series. I think, like, there are also really low-rated series that I also like. But I think if it's generally rated highly, there's at least, like, something to it. And there's a very strong correlation that, like, 9s will be somehow very memorable or notable in some way, shape, or form. So it's like, yeah, I shouldn't just dismiss something if it has a low score, but it's like, I'm giving it the opportunity for a high score to convince me that it's good, because I've really only already dismissed it from just the premise and the art style and stuff. So I'm letting it have a chance to get back. Shangri-La Frontier. VR Technology Kusoge. Kusoge Hunter. God tier game, 30 million players. So it's like another isekai, very explicitly video game isekai instead of just flimsily masquerading as a fantasy world, but really it's just a video game type isekai. And I guess the idea is this guy is going to be like really goofy and irreverent and disrespectful of the game's mechanics and stuff because he's like a kusoge expert. I think if I was into isekai, this is the sort of thing that I would be like, ooh, that's interesting. And then but I'm not, and so I don't care. Berserk, you say? Just kidding. Born with a magical skill, gluttony. Devours their... Alright, whatever. Okay. Shadow Realm. What is Arvo Animation? What is this manga about? Wow, Monster Musume. When was the last time you thought about that? And there's We Can't Study that we were just talking about. Does the manga have a different title? What? Oh, it's a manhwa. Or at least this volume is in Korean. I see. I was like, these aren't words. But they are words in Korean, and I'm just a racist. A future beyond initial D, self-driving car, initial D. Okay. Sure. Oh, people really like this show. And it's getting a second season. The first season was quite a long time ago, wasn't it? Oh, this is season 2, part 2. So season... Oh, it's not as old as I thought. Oh, but this one... Yeah, this is 2017. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, alright. We got a slice of life show. The first real slice of life show emerging onto the list. Always worth some consideration based on a manga. That's what we like to see. Studio is Gokumi, which I picture in my head as kind of a middling studio. Kinmoza is like nice. Endro was nice. Yeah, it's like nice core. Not particularly mind-blowing in the Sakuga front, to say the least, but you know, not bad. Ooh, Girls Love for Coma. Alright, well, it's made it to this tier at least. For only manga. Okay. This definitely goes on the maybe pile. Shy. Man, I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine. I wanna tell you, but I'm on time. Heroes, people with supernatural powers. I mean, this is kind of neat. Like, these sorts of premises where it's just like a lot of superpowered people have these kind of like complex interactions is sometimes fun. Rolling Girls to One Punch Man, you know, it's just a genre that has a lot of potential. So the premise is a little intriguing. Could have some good action. The character designs look kind of neat. Studio 8-bit. Oh, baby! Did they work on all of Eurocamp? No. Eurocamp is done by, I can't remember what it's called, but this was actually quite good, and I liked the production of it a lot. Had like a real lightness. Yamano Susume I haven't watched, but everyone always seems to like the production of it. Yeah. It's like a maybe core. Decent reviews. But you know, as I said, lower reviews are not an excuse entirely to dismiss something. It's just the absence of another signal that it could be good. Okay, alright, interesting. Oh, this is one for the ladies. Kind kind of a shoujo rom-com. Okay. I feel like I saw some conversation about this manga recently. Like, somebody told me about it, or I just saw people discussing it on Twitter or something. I don't know, like, the mafia aspect is kind of fun. It's being scanlated by a group called Ikemen Manga. So that's a good sign. We like some Ikemen action. And it's by which studio? Oh, this is the manga. Project number 9. This is getting an anime? Oh, it got an ONA. Huh. I guess I knew that. They got several. They did low tier character. They did Lolicon Shogi. They did other Lolicon show. This is a bit of a pivot for them, is it not? Well, maybe. This looks like Dragon Quest or something along those lines. Sure. Ooh, boy. These FLCL sequels have been rough, and I don't know why they're still doing them, because as far as I can tell, they went over like a lead balloon. There's one going to be called Shoegaze. Maybe I just have to watch that on principle. But I feel like even these ratings are way higher than I would have guessed. But I've just heard people complain about this a lot. The original, of course, is like an all-time classic. One of the quintessential, like, getting into anime type anime for my generation. Like, one of the first shows that when I had unrestrained access to internet, I realized this is something I have to watch. It was like this, Haruhi, Lucky Star. That was the time and place we were dealing with. And Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, of course. FLCL, even amid that competition, like, really stood out to me as something uniquely beautiful and both so, like, sentimental and touching and wistful and kind of speaking to me from a place where I knew it was making me feel like, oh, one day I will be nostalgic for this, but then also just so crazy and over the top and weird and wild. And some of the kind of, like, diegesis breaking, like, art style shifts and stuff were, like, the first time I encountered something like showing manga panels as part of the action, as part of the animation, and it just blew me away. And it's like, that could have been it. And for 18 years, that was it. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. They were like, we need to bring back FLCL. Insane. Alright. Oh, it's already out. Okay, well, I wasn't gonna watch it anyways. Yeah, I don't think so. Ninjas still exist in Japan today. Under Ninja. Tezuka Productions makes some fun stuff. Tezuka Pro. What was the last thing I actually watched from them? I guess this. This was alright. The Gashi Gashi. I love it. It's based on a manga. Let's check out the manga. The premise seems fun. Kind of like low-key school adventures, but these ninjas are, like, running around in amongst them and having these, like, secret ninja wars. Oh, it's the I Am a Hero guy. Oh, very, very, very interesting. I never was that interested in I Am a Hero. I'm not sure what it was exactly that I read about it or heard about it that kind of, like, turned me off it. But even though it's, like, a pretty discussion-worthy manga that you see come up a lot, I never really wanted to read it. This is a whole lot of words. She died, she awoke, she went back in time, she got a... Yeah. Overtake. Ah, F4 Racing. Nice and slow. Troika is the studio. Yeah, they do mostly idle stuff. And then, yeah, they did this. This was. Bloomin' to You was. I knew they had done one show that I really liked. Not based on anything. That's kind of exciting. The premise is fun. I would like to learn about Formula Racing. I think that would be really interesting to get, just kind of this visceral education. Been playing a lot of F-Zero 99, so it would fit. Okay, I'm a little intrigued. Arc Knights, blah blah blah. Rhode Island. Family Guy. Bro, are they gonna go to the clam? Yeah. Liver. You become a pig. It's like Charlotte's Web. Or Babe, I guess. Okay. And then suddenly, after all of this nonsense, something that looks like fun. Something that looks fun-core. Let's check out the manga. It looks a little fetishy too, but that's not necessarily a negative. I was like reorganizing a bunch of anime for my Plex server, and I remembered this show for the first time in like 7 years. Four Koma, slice of life, comedy, magical girls. Sure, I don't know. Oh, squiggles.jp. Usually I like this person's taste in manga, which makes me look like a huge pervert now that I opened this page. But Okusan, I think, is like one of the most underrated series on this entire website. Okay. I'm a little intrigued. What is the point? Can you just stop? It's called Shoegaze too. I love Shoegaze. Such a cool title. Hip hop themed multimedia project. Does this have anything to do with Hypnosis, Mike? Maybe not. I don't know. Did this studio also do Hypnosis, Mike? No, they did Do It Yourself. That's an odd combination. Alright. Uma Musume. Esports Cafe. Pro Gamer. It's like some potential. They did that show, Hey, You're My Dog. They did very little else. It's based on anything. It is an original. Okay. The pro gaming thing is kind of interesting. Just anytime that they either use real games, and it's just kind of interesting to see what they talk about with those games and how it reflects like the actual scene, or they just make up games, and it's kind of interesting to see what games they're kind of riffing on or paying homage to in the games they make up. I don't know, it could very easily be like a very boring, very generic esports game, but I think it's enough that I want to like check it out, enough to like see what the gaming scenes are like at least. Whoa, this is a long synopsis. Okay, it's one of these like battle game things. It looks weird, which I like. Never heard of this studio before, and they've never done anything before. Oh, and it's made by Taro Yoko. This is a big name. I'm surprised this isn't higher up on like the hype list. Yeah, I don't know, this like kind of oil puddle look. Some of these themes. Typically this like genre, premise, whatever, does not interest me. I've like never really been into Danganronpa or like any of these other your classmates are all trying to murder each other type series. It's just kind of, but I don't know. It's like really steampunky kind of. A little curious. A little curious. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ah, family. Oh, this looks cute. This looks like it's a manga. Yeah. Let's see if it's on the Dex. And it is, and it has pretty good reviews, especially for this genre. I think typically reviews a bit lower. We're gonna throw it on this at least. The studio I have never heard of again. So many new studios. Places that have not done all that much. Oh, they worked on Dude Ra Ra Ra. Okay. Yeah, it's like a lot of the big kind of banger studios don't seem to be putting shows out this season. It's kind of like your B teams here. Isodect Idols. Oh, Million Live is getting a show. Whoa, whoa, wow, wow. This is so low in the popularity rankings. What the hell? Million Live is like the mobile game for Idolmaster, where they introduced like a bajillion characters. So it's kind of interesting to see how they're going to balance the classic characters that have already had like TV shows or appear in the main series of games with all of these mobile game only characters. Will they have like a traditional unit that they follow? Or is it just going to be like the 100 idols that want to perform for you type anime that really, 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 really want to perform for you? Yo, wait, this sounds awesome. This sounds so cool. What a cool premise. You go back in time to 1992 and you try to get ahead of the curve on the game industry, knowing what you know from modern games, but still facing the challenge of the archaic technology. I'm so interested. Oh. Okay. I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping it would be like a more interesting genre than eroge. Like, is eroge, has it really changed all that much? Like, okay, yeah, I get that it's harder to draw on the computer in 1992, but it's still just kind of like text boxes and images. But I do really like Tguok. I haven't thought about Tguok in a long time. But I actually really enjoyed Tguok. I thought Tguok was like a blast. And I haven't seen anything from this author in a long time. I guess I hadn't really been looking. Oh, baby. Now I just want to reread Tguok. We're going to throw this on completed. The ending, I don't know. You know how rom-coms end. It's always a little messy. But I think for one that ran this long, it stayed consistently pretty interesting, which is a lot more than you can say about a lot of rom-coms. Also, this guy has it's such a similar name to what's that guy's name? He did a Thor movie. Taika Waititi. I guess it's not that similar. Wakaki Tamiki. Taika Waititi. Wakata Tamiki. Okay. They're kind of similar. You can understand why one made me think of the other. Oh man, I haven't thought about Tguok in so long. But this sounds kind of cool. I think we'll read it at least. Just filling up that list. And then will we watch it? I don't know. I'll put it on like a curious list. Brains Base Firefighters. It's like the elite fire... Oh, it's the women firefighters. Okay, it's a manga. Firefighting could be kind of cool. I'm just kidding. It's hot. The fuck is wrong with me? No chapters on Manga Dex. Only thing... Quite a few things. Looks like really old school stuff. Just like an old school art style. From Brainspace, yeah. Brainspace, mostly kid stuff, but does some interesting work sometimes. Ooh. Got some businessmen in suits with a little cat. This is for the Fujoshi. For the girls out there. You want to see some men with suits? Oh, you want to see some men with suits that have very high scores and get the award-winning tag, and we throw it on plan to read immediately? Haven't heard of any of these. Okay, and I like A1 Pictures. A1 Pictures is very good at this type of show, you know? It seems like the cat is a big focus, and this doesn't explain the cat at all. Okay, sure. Migi Todali. Is this a manga? This looks strange. Decent reviews. Fully scanlated. These Peckham Scanlations people sure like it. They do a lot of stuff I haven't heard of. Very interesting. Oh, this is the Sakamoto desu ka? Yeah, that's right. She passed away. Ah, damn, I didn't know this quote. That's brutal. Interesting. So this is something earlier than Sakamoto desu ka. Intriguing. Done by Geek Toys and Comptown. Geek Toys, not necessarily been super interested in any of this data, whatever. And then the other studio, I think, was just set up to work on this. More hypnosis, Mike. I mean, I actually really love hypnosis, Mike. I think it's so much fun. There's just so many moments that I just get so hyped. Because it's, like, ridiculous. Because it's stupid. I get so amped up. I would be down for more. I gotta finish the first season, but I would be down for more once I do. Captain Tsubasa is back. The character designs look the exact same as they did in, like, the 70s or whatever. Sure. Something called Bull Buster by Studio Nut. Okay, so Studio Nut has made some amazing stuff, like Decadence and nothing else. And this, I think, could be pretty interesting. They turn a construction company into monster hunters. Okay. Precure. Sure. Dog Signal. This looks kind of cute. I like dogs. I'm gonna enjoy seeing a lot of dogs being animated. Not great oh, I see. This is what we're dealing with here. One person has reviewed it. There are no chapters. I haven't heard of any of these. Okay, I don't know. I like dogs. Choir. Oh. Choir, you say. Now, I am a big choir singer. I sing in choirs. I took it quite seriously for quite a while. This could perhaps resonate with me. I was aiming for the nationals in high school as well. The Canadian equivalent of Zengoku. There's like a lot of shows I'm curious about. So this is the studio. They did a lot of work on Lupin and Rick and Morty. And then just random crap in between. Okay. Now you see this group of boys singing. I'm interested. This group of boys singing, couldn't care less. This is the magic of visual design in anime. Blade. Singing of some sort. Some shorts. Toilet-kun gets a short. Is this about trains? Okay. More dogs. JJK continues. I didn't know that was 2-core. That's exciting. They're actually gonna get really... they're gonna get into some crazy shit. If that's 2-core. Oh, Helk! I wanted to watch Helk this season. I didn't realize it was 2-core either. Maybe I'll try to get caught up on it. Oh, so there is a Spy Family movie, too. Okay, but the movie is coming after the season. And it might be like an original story or something. Based on this visual... treasure chest, train, duck thing. This might be an original story, which would be really fun. I think they would nail that. This series. This is still happening. I gotta get caught up on this. I've only seen the first one, but I really, really enjoyed it. I just love Girls in Panzer. Even though I'm like very anti-war and I'm not generally like a military fetishist, I love Girls in Panzer. This I really want to see. I saw a trailer for it that looked phenomenal. The premise is really fun. Production IG, especially on movies, has some really, really beautiful stuff. Oh, they're making a movie out of this old series, huh? Okay, Digimon, Precure, Pole Princess. Are they like pole dancers? Huh, okay. I mean, pole dancing's cool. I'm not knocking it. Childhood recollections during an ideal school in World War II. Huh. Best-selling book. A second Sumiko Garashi movie. This is still happening. This has got the second half of the last part of the final season of Attack on Titan. They must be like joking. They must be being tongue-in-cheek about how absurd this is getting. Baki. I've been talking about Baki a lot with people lately. Because a friend of mine is reading it, and then another friend of mine encountered it in some videos and was curious about it. And then I've just been reading Sonda, which is the new series by Paru-sensei, his daughter, and just kind of like thinking about Baki a lot and thinking about the connections between Baki and Paru-sensei's manga, chief among them being like really fucking weird. So my curiosity of Baki is quite high. I do really want to read it at some point. Oh, the Pluto ONAs! Okay, so this is happening later. It's going on Netflix. It's going to be an 8-episode series. I think it was an 8-volume manga, and it was very self-contained, like, episodes within the manga. I really enjoyed the manga. I like Urasawa a lot. Especially at that era, I was just devouring everything he put out. I haven't actually read his last few series, but I want to at some point. I just found this one very poignant, very beautiful. The artwork is phenomenal. It has a lot to live up to, this manga, because Pluto, the manga, or this anime has a lot to live up to, because the manga, I think, did very well, but it was like, in itself was so audacious to try to readapt, something created by the god of manga himself, Tezuka, just the impudence that Urasawa had, and it caused a lot of controversy when he announced this project. And I think it was actually still polarizing. Like, I think he did a great job. I think generally it's liked, but there was a lot of people that were like, just can't do it like the master. And now to take that and adapt it into anime, I think is very, very ambitious, especially kind of just giving the art style and stuff. Studio I've never heard of. We'll see. We'll see. As far as I know, no Monster, sorry. Since Monster, no Urasawa work has been adapted. True, there was 20th Century Boy movies, like live action movies, that I actually watched and they were very fun. But I don't think they've tried to do an animated adaptation since Monster. Okay. Ba-bum-bum-bum-bum. Na. Studio Wit is making a Pokemon anime, or has already made a Pokemon anime. Okay, well, I want to watch this. I love Studio Wit. I love Pokemon. Huh? Oh. Oh, whoa. Okay. Jashin-san Dropkick is getting a... from a crowdfunding campaign. What? Okay. Oh, this looks cute. The Pokemon Concierge. You got 2 concierge things looking interesting. The art style looks cute. A little curious about this. Onimusha, another Netflix thing. Oh, I remember these games. These are like old games, aren't they? Aren't they like PS2 era games? Oh, I guess they're still making them. Well, the last one was 2018, and that was a remaster. But I remember these first ones. I remember Onimusha Tactics. For sure. Gundam Build Metaverse, another one of the Gunpla, Gunma series. Card game. Okay. Okay. The Princess Principal movies are still happening. Gotta get caught up on those at some point, too. Shark. And more of this. I like this series a lot. We've been watching the OV, or the net animation. Okay. Actually, a pretty strong season overall. Not a lot of like, oh, this is a guaranteed hit. But a lot of stuff that I think could be interesting. Has potential. Okay, so for sure, Spy Family S2. Probably good for club. So no Frieren. Fria, I don't know how you're pronouncing this in Japan. Frieren. So no Frieren. Kusuria no Hitori Goto, just because the manga has such an insanely high score. Undead Unluck. The 100 girls that really, really, really love you. I can't get over how gassy I am. This is like getting unpleasant. It's probably not helping that I'm talking so much. But, you know, that's just where we are. Hoshi Kuzu Telepath. Shy. Under Ninja. Overtake. Deca Deko Boko Majo no Majo no Oyako Jijo Bokura no Ami Iro Protocol. I'm gonna put this in probably good. I have a lot of faith in Yoko-san. That crazy bastard. Yuzuki-chan. Mizuki-san. Chi. The 16-bit sensation. New boys. Yeah, why not? How many of these am I actually gonna watch? Like, even one episode. I'm gonna put this one up here. I got faith in Studio Nut. I'm gonna change it to could be good. And this can be I am curious. Just to be clear. Dog signal. Signal to dogs. Kawa goe boys sing. Is there any shorts? I don't think so. There's a lot of... This is what I'm noticing. More and more and more and more ONAs. Because Netflix is taking over this goddamn industry. Which is like... There's some pros to it. Because they can throw some money around for sure. And they can make stuff that couldn't air on TV. Like Devilman Crybaby, which of course is a masterpiece. But I don't like how it makes it that the shows air out of sync with our normal seasons and often just have all the episodes air all at once. It's very annoying. I'm just gonna download this one now that I know it exists. Okay. This section is so long. But it's like, all it takes... I'm just gonna probably try to watch the first episode of all of them. And maybe I'll do a video review of all the first episodes. But this is already pretty ambitious. This is like many hours of TV. And I have many plans. But, alright. Overall, though, I think it'll be a strong season. Like, there's not so many slam dunks, but there's a lot of, like, ambitious shots. And if at least, you know, even 10% of them go in, that's a pretty strong lineup. Okay, so, yeah. Let's see. All we can do is see. And then please look forward to my seasonal anime review video, which will be, I don't know, whenever I finish watching all these shows and do some slides and make a video. TBD. Okay, bye-bye.